So a warm welcome to this interview section that I have with CROWD1 leaders from across the world, really showing the diversity and cultural aspects also of driving a business and being an entrepreneur, and how that also impacts and changes lives. And I have 4 leaders, also truly diverse in where you geographically come from. I'll start with you, Jeanette Torres. You're from the Philippines, but you're now based in Dubai.
Yes.
And next to you is Ali Nabil.
Yes.
From Egypt, but you're also based in Dubai.
Thank you so much.
And then Bibian, you're from Kenya.
Yeah.
And you're based there now as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great, coming all the way from there.
Yeah.
And then Angshuman, you're from India.
Yes.
And you're here again in Dubai joining us.
Yes.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I wanted to sort of start with each and one of you to portray, how your journey when it comes to network marketing and CROWD1 began. So, Jeanette, I know that you have been an actress former to this, been in different professions. What sort of brought you into network marketing and above all CROWD1?
Okay. As an actress, you want the millions. But you want your privacy. And so when somebody introduced this business to me, I know there's millions in the network marketing business, whether it be distribution or the recruitment. Plus, you do it privately. You don't have to be on screen to be doing it. And then right now we do Zoom meetings, so I get to be an actress, but it's not too much. So this is why it's comfortable.
And how did you come across CROWD1 specifically?
Okay. I was with another company, and people know that I do networking, and I received some awards before, and then so people remember me, and they know I wasn't doing anything, because prior to CROWD, no company or product worked. It's like I lost the magic. I said, did I lose the magic, or was it really the wrong companies? And then CROWD1 as a concept was introduced to me, and it was online and international, and it was pioneering. So I said yes, and I never looked back. I never stopped until this day, up to this day.
And when did you join CROWD1?
I was with CROWD1 from the beginning, on the 5th and 6th month.
Wow, aren't you a pioneer? And when you say that it's pioneering, just to sort of explain that to the people watching, what do you find is so pioneering with CROWD1?
What is so pioneering with CROWD1 is that now everything is online. And we were one of the first ones to go crossover. And also we were one of the first ones, I think others are following suit, to not sell physical products, but to sell online, to pass on the message, whatever is the newest product online. So this is so pioneering, and yet it's not, because this is where the future is going.
Definitely. Thank you. And Ali, speaking of acting, I know that you sing.
Yeah.
And even though you're not going to sing here today, but you've been singing all your way to CROWD1. Tell us how you came across CROWD1.
Wow. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Ali Nabil. I am from Egypt. I have 1 year ago in Dubai, and I joined CROWD1 before 1 year ago. I am now a coordinator, 3 stars, and I joined CROWD1 by frankly, I go to Zoom link, I listen to the event, and I see a lot of people around the global. They are really interesting, and they are really exciting about this company. And I did not lose anything. I just use my phone, my smartphone. So I decided I want to go ahead in this company. So now I want to say also something about CROWD1. A lot of people, they are using the CROWD1 income to reach their dreams. So now I want also have 2 goals. First, I want to be ambassador level.
Be on the ambassador
soon.
level.
And the second, I want to have my production company.
Your own production company.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure that will happen, not
I mean,
least.
thank you.
Thank you. And then I go on to beautiful, lovely Bibian from Kenya. I mean, you've been part of Crowd1, is it since 2019?
Yeah.
And I know that you've done a lot since then, and you both, I mean, empower yourself, you take care of others, you're, you know, doing your business and navigating others to do so. So tell us a bit about your journey. How did you come across Crowd1 and how has it changed your life?
Oh, let me introduce myself first. I'm Bibian Lichoro from Nairobi, Kenya, a senior president. My story is a little bit. When I start in giving it, I also become emotional. My life was kind of tough before I came across with Crowd1. Crowd1 came while I was so down and while I was so frustrated from another company I had worked for 7 good years, which they decided to pull me out and take over everything that and qualified in that company. They took away more than close to 8.8 million, which was $88,000. Together with the qualification of the cars I've qualified for myself and my son. And during that moment, it's like it was a bad luck month, and it's the same month my house was demolished when the road of the rail was passing by my house, and I started my life zero again, from up and going back to zero. It was too bad. It was a very bad experience whereby as somebody who was managing to accommodate herself, I started borrowing the accommodation from friends. And later on, friends became tired of my needs. And then the most day I can never forget in my life, which I think in future I will write a book for that, is the day I was kicked out of the house of my friend. I took care of them while I was well up. I did everything I could do for their life, but when they was tired with me, they kicked me out of their house with my special kid in my hands while my kid was dying in my own hands. Is the day I knelt down and started having dialogue with my God. God, are you really there? Do you really know me? Do you really see me? Do you really hear my prayer? Can you really hear me wherever you are? Because this life is becoming unbearable. And imagine after all the torture, after 3 days through the torture, I just came across a total stranger who was Mr. O'Neill, started chatting me, calling me funny names. I did not know that is their language. They call people honey, darling. I was like, who is this calling me honey? And then I said, oh, please, excuse me. What do you want? Please, I have a very nice opportunity for you. When I saw your profile picture, in that certain group, I could see a very motivated Linda that can run away with this nice opportunity in the whole Africa. Then I was, wow. Again, I was so tired with MLM. Which MLM is this again? It is about product? No. It's about what? Online business, but you will do it as your comfort zone. Then I flashed back. After working with a certain company for 7 good years, I was like a hawk. I said, wow, it's the time I'm going to do my business at my comfort zone now. Okay. But still, I was not having enough energy to get the opportunity because I was so frustrated in MLM, and I was ready to quit until I went back to agriculture farming.
And then the Crowd1 came along and gave you
the Crowd1 came along, and then it met me while I was totally, like, I don't know, I can say it's like I was almost finished, remaining with 1% to cut off my breath. And then I started now thinking of, I asked the guy, now I'm so down, can you manage to pay for me this company? Then I work. And then he connected me with another guy from South Africa, Mr. Smile, and then they said, we are sorry, because people are used to be paying the package for us in CROWD1, even if the package is going to cost $1, we are sorry. We're gonna not pay for any lender. No pain, no gain. They gave me a very hot challenge, and I walk out. I went to my mobile phone, I borrowed the KCB M-Pesa money, and I did not know that I was qualified for that. That was by grace of God, and they gave me what the amount of $350, and then like, wow, you mean I can qualify to get loan? Okay, but I did not know God arranged that just for me to manage to maneuver in this opportunity, and that is how I managed to get the amount of joining CROWD1, because the person who was introducing it to me was not ready to pay even a coin for me. He wanted me to feel pinched, but in fact that only want, he said that even if CROWD1 registration is $1, we cannot pay it, because in this industry, no pain, no gain. Because so many leaders, when you get to pay to them, they don't work. I was challenged, and I think that was made me move forward and take the decision to carry on with the CROWD1 with immediate effect. Yes.
But that's, you know, it's interesting. Sometimes you need to be really downtrodden to be able to reinvent yourself. An opportunity comes along and you're hungry for it, and someone gives you a challenge, but you have to actually solve the challenge yourself. It makes a true leader. Thank you for sharing that story. And Angshuman Saha, India, President 3-star. So tell us about your story. Tell us how, you know, CROWD1 came into your life. And I also know that you're a very engaged leader. You have Zoom calls every day, you do live events every week and so forth. So tell us about your journey.
Yeah, of course. It was, you know, I am in this industry past 20 years. I am with a couple of companies from US and all are from product-based companies. So I'm just afraid, I say, stop product, because we become a salesman. We build a lot of teams, we build a lot of big organizations, then something happen. You know, maybe a management, maybe a lead, you know, have a problem with the leaders. So I said, just forget about salesmanship. So I have a couple of my key people. I said, let's fly Bangkok and let's think what to do. Then we fly to Bangkok, we just think what to do. I said, what is the trend of our business nowadays? Like, we capture Facebook background, we capture Amazon background. So suddenly I got an opportunity from one of my very good friend, and you know, I said, it sounds interesting, it sounds like community, it sounds like, you know, a lot of people. So the vision and the science behind the concept actually allow me to listen. So I said, I listened and I took a decision. I believe that this will work. But that time, nothing was there. You know, we don't have so many products. We don't have so many success stories. There are a lot of my friends say, this will be a scam. I will, no problem, this will be a scam. So it will be better to be with a bigger scam. Because if this will be a scam, then Facebook is a scam. Then Amazon is a scam. So I believe that, and I came back and I started. Now I have a very good team, and we are doing a lot of countries together. And I believe one thing in CROWD1 which gives me a lot of energy every morning, because I believe we are nothing till now.
This is
we are just in a beginning, and there are a lot of things are going to happen, and that gives me a lot of energy, and that's why we do almost 30-40 Zoom calls every day, and all Zoom calls are packed with 600, 700 people. We do every week 3-4 live meetings, and everywhere is a 500, 600 people. Now we have a target, like we need to come back here again In our next event, with a 20 president, that was my target. So it gives us a lot of energy. And this is something, CROWD1 is kind of an opportunity, really transform people's life. You know, help us to help others. And this is a great opportunity. And this is like a blessing from a God.
And I think that's so interesting because it also surfaces on many of the interviews that I do with leaders within network marketing and from this company is this sense of also a sense of contribution. It's a sense of really communal, community, but also, of course, a business that demands work. So speaking of demanding work, just to give the viewers sort of a sense of how your everyday business life is. For example, with you, Angshuman, where you talk about, you know, you have 50 Zoom calls, it's live events and so forth, to sort of paint the picture that it's, you know, it's not sitting maybe receiving income, it's actually doing something for it. So Jeanette, tell us a bit how does your business day look?
Okay. When you reach one of the highest ranks, or when you rank up, there's also responsibility. So as Senior President 3-star, I had more responsibility than before because I have people under me that are also leaders. And so you have to continue on with them. You have to continue to pass on the message from the company. You have to continue motivating up to the newest member. And the most important person in your organization is the newest member. Because that's how they can say CROWD1 is the best. Because for the newest one, it's working. And so you communicate positivity, even if there are days you are not, especially during the lockdown, and you have to motivate them to rank up also. So you have to be online. You have to show that you care, because people will not believe you, nor do anything until they know you care. Because if you don't show that, you will just be another tyrant leader. But you see, you commune with them, like what you said, and you know their story, and you know where to motivate them, what kinds of sentences to say that best fits their situation.
And speaking of that, because it is a lot of personal development and personal growth, so because you say also, you know, once you become a leader and then you become president, the more you elevate, the more responsibility you have. But how do you sort of grow? How do you get your motivation? Where do you look to, you know, to grow yourself?
We always have a leader on top of us. And for me, that is CROWD1 and the ambassadors. And also, I look at the other people that are awardees as my leaders also, because I get some tricks. I get some success stories. I get to hear words from them. You know, every leader has a quote because it worked for them. And so I find these people as my mentors. Without them knowing it, I tell to myself, this guy is my mentor. I'm trying to recall whatever he said, and I pass it on to my team.
It's also interesting because it really also shows a business that is based a lot on storytelling. A lot of industries talk about storytelling, but this is really based on storytelling because you're creating a story, but so you're also getting inspired by it and doing business at the same time. And what about you? How do you motivate your team, and how does your work day look, Anil?
Actually, I motivate my team. Always I'm meeting a Zoom meeting, like 3 days per week.
3 days per week.
So now I have a lot of members around the around the world. So I'm really proud also because I am the first Egyptian Arabic person in Dubai join CROWD1. So it's amazing to really earn a lot of money from CROWD1. And when I decided to travel to Dubai, and I have only one goal, I want to shooting my video clip. I have my album, I want just shooting my video clip, and I want to come back to my country, Egypt. But really, when I joined to CROWD1, my life is changed. Changed for everything. I think a lot of things I want to do it. Now you can do it. It's nothing, it's hard. And really impossible is nothing. So I encourage the people, really, come to CROWD1. Just try. You are not lost anything. Just you will use your smartphone and we will be welcome for you. And thank you for I want to thanks mother, I want to thanks family, I want to thanks Ms. Jeanette Torres for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all.
And also what it showcases, what you're all saying, is the diversity, that you can also build a business and it's outside of your own country. You're actually really being able to scale. Is there a challenge in that scalability? I mean, culture, language, how do you overcome that when you're building teams? Anyone who...
Yeah, nothing actually. You know, there is no challenge. When we know what we are doing, if we are confident what we are doing, if we have that confidence, then nothing. Right. We don't need to share with the people. Maybe we don't know language. I have a very big team in Vietnam. I can't speak Vietnamese, but I can coordinate with them. Now there's technology is with us, so it's very easy for us to connect. And people see, you know, the confidence, the honesty on you. If we are honest, we can do it anywhere. I don't feel is big differences for anybody. Just we need to do it. That's it.
Confidence and honesty. And also looking at your background, I mean, you struggled when you were going to start this business, you didn't have the income to do it. What would you say to someone who might not specifically be in your situation, but who maybe is struggling, but also wants to have an opportunity with CROWD1? What should they do? What should they think? How should they go about it?
Okay, I can tell them that anything you want, you are who you are because of what you think. If you believe that you can, you can. Even if you don't have money, you have even accessories like handbag. Me, I can sell even something to get what I want, because that is the time that opportunity has come, and it is the time to grab it. Because when you don't grab it, it will just bypass you, and somebody else will pick it there. So it is the high time for people, because I know people are really passing a lot of challenges. You get some people, they are interested to do CROWD1, but they don't have the capital to start it. And as I get it still from my mentor that no pain, no gain, it is true. No pain, no gain. You have to feel a pinch for you to harvest from the seed that you are going to plant somewhere. So what I can tell the starters that are going to start and they are going to see it difficult for them to start with CROWD1, I believe even if they don't have capital, they have something that they can count on. Even the better, even you give someone something, hold this. Let me get the capital to start this business. Within 1 week or 2 weeks, I will get it back, your money back, and as I take my goods that I've given it to you, you know, there is what we call commitment. When you commit yourself with something, then you are gonna work towards your goal until you get what you pick from somebody and you return it back, because it is passion in you. You want to success. You must get angry for success. You must get angry for success. And you have to be tired of poverty. Because when you don't get tired of poverty, then you just remain in that cycle of roundabout, turning backward, forward. You are going nowhere because you are expecting people to put something on the table. Make sure you feel a pinch for you to go where you want to be.
Be hungry, have commitment, and persevere. So sort of as concluding, that was a really good piece of advice. Jeanette, if I speak to you, what advice would you give to people, both in the industry, wanting to come in the industry, and maybe also those who are a bit skeptical or not really understanding the concept of the industry?
Okay, I want to drive this straight home to the people, especially during the pandemic. You don't see what is external. You have to come from your inside. What is the strength left for you? Who are you looking up to? Be it your creator or a mentor. You have to draw it from within. And during the tough times is where someone can shine. Because anyone can shine in good situations. However, during the bad times, can you still shine? So the best of the leaders come out like a phoenix, rising from the darkest of moments. So I want to encourage people that most of us are having a hard time right now, even businessmen. But let me just say in CROWD1, we actually are not having a hard time because we believe the company, we did something about it, and we're reaping the harvest. And so also in your bad time right now, think of something. Think of anything positive. Don't let go of that opportunity, especially if someone comes to you about CROWD1.
I think that's a really... Does anyone want to add anything to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love
Something
to,
short and brief.
I would love to add something to the viewers that in this world, you have a chance to climb on someone's shoulder for you to reach where you want to go. Each and every person have a mentor. In the world you have, God has sent a mentor to you. The person that you need to climb on their shoulders for you to manage to climb and get the fruit that you are seeing that it is further and you cannot reach it. What I'm trying to say is that no one is unlimited. Everybody has all the power to pursue to our goals, to pursue to what we need and what we want in life. All of us, we have all the power. It's a matter of trusting in yourself and believing in yourself and telling yourself, talk to your inner you and say, yes, I have another Bibian inside me. Bibian, what do you think? Do you think we can do this? You call yourself a small meeting, you and your inner Bibian. Bibian, can we do it? Yes, we can do it. Let us go for it. Let us go. Now the inner Bibian, when you start speaking, the outside visible Bibian will say, I must go for it. Let me go for it. Yes.
Speaking to that inner child.
Yes.
Well put.
Yeah.
Angshuman, did you want to say anything before we end?
Yeah, I just wanted to say simple. We have bad time, good time, but we need to think positive way, you know, because we born once. We don't know, you know, next. So it's up to us how we want to spend our time. So if we want to be in a positive way, there are so many things. So this will be a great opportunity for each and everyone. Just need to think in a different way a little bit. So this much is very easy. Just we need to have a phone, and people have a phone. People did it. Now they need to do it once again. So it's very simple.
And also the fact that there's always a mentor.
Yes.
Which is always great. Thank you so much for everything that you do, for being sources of inspiration, but also for really being, you know, change makers yourself, and for sharing your knowledge and wisdom. And like my panelists or these leaders said, you know, allow yourself to rise like a phoenix. Don't forget patience, don't forget passion, and don't forget your purpose. And join us next time. Thank you.
Minh Ngọc xin cảm ơn và anh chị em đừng quên bấm nút đăng ký kênh và hình quả chuông bên cạnh.